Oh boy, I can't hear. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. There you go. How
This is Joe Rizzo calling in. Good afternoon, everyone.
you
Hi.
doing, Joe?
Oh, Dr. Craig to be seen. Oh, yes. That's all right. No makeup and lighting today, but I do have candies.
I have something to say about makeup, but I'll say it when we're not on camera. Um, when you move there, Rocal. Oh. Just trying to. I think I got it right here. Bill Tim, Zach. It's Joe Rizzo and who do I have here? Brett's in the waiting room. Okay, yeah. Two, three, four. Loki bro. Is Greg joining us today?
That is
Jeff Parker, yeah.
And then Dave Brooks and Nikki can make it. So.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Do we have a quorum?
Yes, you do.
Okay. We want to get this meeting started. And this is the June 8th board meeting for the Monroe County Industrial Development Corporation. I want to call this meeting to order. And I would like to need to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the May 11th meeting.
Motion to approve. This is Joe Rizzo.
We need a second.
Second, Phil Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Kevin, you're on. Kevin Loki.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
How you
I
doing?
have our May 2022 monthly monitoring report. Covers our visits between May 1st and May 31st of 2022. During this period, we made 8 monthly site visits. We made 0 follow-up visits. We checked with residency for 92 workers. There were no issues with non-compliance. As of May 31st, 2022, all monitored sites are in compliance at the time of our inspection. And there were no new MCIDC signs delivered during this period.
Any questions for Kevin? Kevin, as always, thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
All righty. Is Greg with us here? Greg?
I am.
All righty.
Good afternoon. 5 months into our year, balance sheet remains, in a strong position.
Oh.
One thing I do want to point out is, we are looking at our investments. We finally did get a report that we're analyzing currently for one of our investments, and we'll probably have a little bit more information on that in the next board meeting. In terms of our revolving loan fund, you could see that balance there. And again, just to point out that has grown over the years, which is, obviously fine. And we have, good loans in there. Just it's generally tracking at about 4 to 5% of our assets. It's now about 15%. So just that it's a little bit more than it has been in years past. Really just those 2 significant loans that we've had, both $500,000 each, has really brought that to a different level. Emergency loans receivable, we're close. I would anticipate that by the end of next month that we will have it all reconciled, and we'll probably have a handful of loans to bring to the board for forgiveness and figure out what to do with the other few left. But I'm anticipating that all of the paperwork and that balance will be off the balance sheet here, by June. All the other accounts are consistent and on target according to budget. Revenue is pretty consistent to what we have budgeted and to last year. Our incentive programs, our expenses there represent a great rate, great rebate. Most of that is the great rate program. Again, it's down compared to what we budgeted, but it's, that number's been pretty hard to predict over the years. It's been at this point, over the years, had $90,000 of expenses. We've had $200,000 of expenses. So it's just a hard number to predict. Most of that 123,000, 85,000 represents the great rate incentive program expense there. So just a little insight there. Economic development consists of the programs that we have supported, currently. That right now we've incurred about $7,700 from the BOCES SANE program year to date. We also have Rochester Works for about $15,000 in there, and then also the Career Ladder program that was approved recently is about $11,000. That makes up that $34,000 through May. Again, we do budget we don't always know all the programs that we're going to support. We do leave some budget dollars in there to do that. We do have a couple we have the CDL coming, I believe, in the next few months, the retain program we've talked about. So those are all the other projects that we have committed to that we haven't necessarily been incurred, but have been approved. So more to come on those, so we're pretty consistent to where we certainly have been in years past in terms of an overall deficit of about $221,000 through May, quite a bit less than we have approved for budget. And again, mainly that has to do with, we're just, again, continue to be cautious on our economic development, programs and what we're doing there, and looking at all that stuff closely. So, like I said, pretty, still pretty good report through May, and cash and balance sheet remains very strong.
Any questions for Greg? Well, Greg, thank you. That was a good report.
Thank you.
We have to go into executive session, but before we do, we're going into to review some loan requests. And also there's a personnel matter also too that has to be discussed. So I need a motion to go into executive session.
This is Chris Johnston. I'll move.
We need a second.
I'll
These
second.
are all second.
All in favor?